this episode.
The championship's all done and dusted, so we can just go out there, let our hair down, have some fun and enjoy it.
Brake checked me, tried to put me in the wall, did everything. The spotter said he could hear them saying, back him up, back him up.
Thanks, guys. Where are you? All of a sudden, everything looked like it was going wrong. Stall.
Yeah, I mean, you're flirting with the edge.
Follow Tanner, stay strong.
Sometimes it looks like David is at the limit.
We're going to put in all the effort we can, close out the season on a high note.
I can't remember a season that had so many ups and downs, and it started with so much anticipation and ended with so much success.
So it doesn't matter which blue car wins as long as one of them wins.
I don't see anything.
This is Launch Control. Every race season has a start. When goals are set, expectations established. For Subaru, it was 2 sets of goals, 2 stories to be written.
It's been a long time with no driving.
The days come around and here we are, first race, first session.
You see your name on these colors and it's special.
Finally, we'll see here in the next hour where we stack up to everybody else.
Just time to go out and show it.
For every start, there is an end. The last races of the season. In Michigan, the rally team is set to take on LSPR.
Obviously the championship's all done and dusted, so we don't have to worry about that now. That was all sealed in STPR, so for us now, just go out there, have some fun. It's a brilliant rally here, loads and loads of people always come out to support us up here, so we can just go out there, let our hair down, have some fun and enjoy it.
Meanwhile, the Rallycross team is in Mid-Ohio for the final ARX event of the season.
We're here at Mid-Ohio, last round of the 2019 America's Rallycross Championship, and we're going to put in all the effort we can, close out the season on a high note.
We're here for the win, so it doesn't matter which blue car wins as long as one of them wins.
Much is the same for Oliver Solberg, who can still clinch a spot on the championship podium.
David already won the championship and now it stands between me, Fetella and Barry McKenna, so for sure it's going to be tight, and we'll just have to try to win this weekend and hopefully we can secure a second place.
The story is different for the Rallycross program. The driver's title is now a long shot.
It's very simple. Take the start, go a little bit faster and finish a little bit before everybody else.
But with a team trophy up for grabs, there's still plenty on the line. 2 similar sports, similar goals, in 2 parts of the country. The final chapters begin. The 2 sides of the team have never been so closely aligned. When the Rallycross program soared at the opening round of the championship, it was clear the 2 programs were destined for greatness.
To be able to achieve a goal with such a diverse group of people and so talented and so dedicated, it's mind-blowing. This is the best season yet.
As each season progressed, similar stories emerged. There were no weak spots on the team.
I mean, this is top-level rallying.
Every driver worthy of a championship. Every team member performing at an elite level. In rally, it was Oliver Solberg who struck first.
Oliver exceeded my expectations.
We knew that Oliver was going to be fast. We didn't know Oliver was going to be that fast.
Strong results at the early rounds put him squarely into championship contention.
He proved to be very, very fast, very quick. Nobody was expecting that.
Yeah, if your name is Solberg and you're going rallying, it better be good.
In Rallycross, Scott's victory proved the Subaru team was now a contender.
Scott, he came in with a fresh perspective. He came in with an attitude that was used to winning.
I can tell you honestly, after the first win, it was so unreal to me, it didn't sink in.
A small team in Northern U.S. taking on the big guys and getting it done.
Higgins and Drew stayed patient, knowing that consistent podium results would be the key to their defense.
Welcome back, bud.
The title chase was still in early days. From there, every driver struck gold.
Been with this team 3 years now, and it's been 3 fun years, but nothing's more fun than winning.
So 3 races, 3 winners, 3 Subaru winners. It's just amazing.
Back to back victories.
And then when you go after and you get the next win and then the next win, then you can settle in and say, okay, we really genuinely have the performance.
A win for each driver placed all 3 Subarus at the top of the Rallycross standings. Both programs were on a trajectory. The storybook endings were being written, but motorsport is never that easy.
Things were looking very promising, and then we got the Nitro games, and
Mid-season would see dramatic turns.
all of a sudden we get to the paddock and say we hear our number 1 driver's got a broken back, and we're on our back foot at that point.
All of a sudden, in the middle of the season, everything looked like it was going wrong.
And in rally, mechanical setbacks halted Solberg's run.
Why? I think probably the most difficult thing that Oliver's had to face this year is the technical side of things with the car.
I really wanted to come to Subaru and bring him a championship. You know, I didn't come here and do what I wanted to do. You know, it's certainly a feeling of unfinished business for sure.
For me to win the championship now can't happen. It's how it is. Motorsport is motorsport.
Major drama for a team that seemed indestructible just a few months earlier in the year.
It took a lot of, I think, resilience for the team to sort of sort through the mechanical issues, refocus on what we want to accomplish, and say, what are we going to do the rest of the year to turn this around and make sure we come out of this with the championships that have been the target the whole year.
Sometimes something bites you that you didn't expect, but then you've got to react to that for the next event, review the systems, come up with a better idea or a new way of doing things to ensure that the reliability is good for the next event.
From there, Higgins and Drew would land blow after blow.
Sometimes it looks like David is at the limit, and then he comes out and he uncorks one when you least expect it, and he puts a mark on it.
Press left 5 minus in narrows. Press left 5 minus in narrows. Then right 6, 100.
Important victories extended their championship lead.
David has mastered what it takes in rally to win.
Keep to the right 50 over finish.
At the penultimate round, the title was theirs.
Well done, pal. Yes.
Once you've got that age and experience and the wisdom, you've played the long game. It's not a stage-by-stage thing. And this year for David, it totally worked out.
We've got a 10th championship win now, so really happy with that. So the season goal's achieved, and now we can be let off the leash for the last one in LSPR now.
Well done. Only 10 times on the road. Only 10 times.
In Rallycross, the team faced the new reality. They were no longer fighting from the lead. They were clawing to get it back. And the numbers were not on their side.
We knew coming in here, still fighting for the championship was a very tall order. And we did our best with the strategy to try to make that happen. And we didn't come away with the results that we wanted.
I can't remember a season that had so many ups and downs, and it started with so much anticipation and ended with so much success.
In Michigan, the anticipation is building. An unhindered battle is set to begin as the top teams arrive at the start of the first stage of the Lake Superior Performance Rally.
Getting old, so I've got to put my back brace on now. How long have we got break, roughly? Really? 10 minutes here. Yeah.
First on the road is Solberg and Johnston.
6 left minus takes 5 minus keep very in over crest, and 6 right minus half long takes 5 plus don't cut open to keep left over long crest.
Lying fourth in the championship, their eyes are set on making a final statement. They have a shot to climb back onto the overall championship podium, and this young team wants nothing less than a win.
keep left over crest, 30, 4 right plus half long tights to 3 plus half long tightness, into slight left opens, to keep right over crest, 30, 6 left minus tights to 3 plus.
They set a strong pace early on. Behind them on the road are the newly crowned champions. Higgins and Drew no longer have the big picture to think about, so the focus turns to bragging rights. With the overall championship always in their sights, they've occasionally backed off when engaging in all-out battles against their rivals. Not this weekend.
It's all over the place, isn't she? Right 6, 150.
They expect to finish this season leaving nothing on the stages.
Right 4 plus in, tight to the crest hold. Then left 6 minus long, 70.
By the end of the loop, Higgins and Drew hold a lead of 16 seconds. In Ohio, 3 Subarus take on the final qualifying heats of the season. Team regular Chris Atkinson takes the lead.
Clip follow me. Get off, it's going to go to Joker. Push, push, push.
With the goal of winning the driver's title gone, each driver's leash is loosened. Winning is what matters here this weekend. A heat win for Atkinson, second for Wiman. Next heat, Patrick Sandell is running solo on the outside grid spot. By the end of the first corner, Sandell slots into second after a brief battle. That's the good news.
And go. You're clear. You're clear.
The bad news is their team nemesis Tanner Faust has managed to build up a lead, while the other 3 duke it out. Sandell finishes second in the heat. Subarus hold second, third, fourth, and 6th by the end of Q1. In the paddock, Scott Speed offers his feedback to the drivers.
Yeah, I mean, you're flirting with the edge, but that's where it is. Like, just watching where the speed is, it's all of that. It's just placement. But that's what you're doing better than everybody else, and that's why it's fast.
It's kind of an open weekend for everybody, so it's a bit exciting in that standpoint. It's cool because, you got kids like JONI Wiman who doesn't, he doesn't have the ability to go out there or the money to get a full-time ride, but the kid's unbelievably talented, so I love that. I love helping him.
I mean, Scott is a big help here. He has a lot of experience. He has been really fast in this car. It's very nice to discuss with him even about the setup because he knows this car like his own pockets.
Good race pace and good start. We managed to pull away. Just missed out on the overall for that Q, so it was like nothing, half a tenth to Tanner over the 4 laps. Just got to keep doing this all day, try and get ourselves in the front row on the semi-finals. That's the goal.
It'd be a waste of tires no matter what because he's going to be in traffic the whole time.
In the woods, the Subarus are arriving for a short service before the night stages.
These are the slightly newer ones. They say they're slightly faster. So I thought the longer...
Yeah, it was much drier now than I thought. My paces were a bit too cautious on the very fast section, so I lost a lot of time on that compared to David. Not very happy, but we'll try to catch him in the dark. It's a long night ahead.
One driver disappointed. The other feels confident.
Slippier than we thought, really. We had a lot of understeer, so that made it quite a challenge, but we had 2 good runs in there and fun stages, just sending it.
With night stages ahead, the risk is about to go up. Back in Ohio, the second and final qualifying session of the day is set to begin, and Subaru wants to lay down the law.
This time I will kick. I don't need protection in this one. If you first give the first punch, then you're good to go.
Off the line, Backaroo drag races Bingham.
You need to really push on Bingham here. Arpin is gaining on you.
He gives way. He's confident in his skills and expects to find an opening. He's all over his bumper. It's just a matter of time.
Go! Go!
The spotter calls the moment. Their rival slides off the racing line, not missing a beat. Backaroo is up the inside and gone.
That's great, buddy. Great job. Well done. Thank you.
In the second heat, it's 3 Subarus against Faust. Faust's strong starts continue to plague the team.
Follow Tanner, stay strong. Wiman is on your bumper.
All three Subarus race politely. There's no need for a blue-on-blue racing incident.
You're faster. You're gaining on the ones in front. Just be patient. Viimeinen kierros, Atko menee jokeen.
Atkinson takes his joker, but Wiman has already completed his and comes out ahead, leading the three Subarus over the line. Faust leads the way, with the Subarus nipping at his heels. Something is going to have to change tomorrow if they expect to get the jump on the Rockstar car. Back in Michigan, the rally continues into the night. Oliver leads the way. Racing at night is a unique challenge.
6 left minus tightens, into short 5 right plus.
It can take years to develop the skills to commit at night, but Oliver's proving it's something he was born with.
5 right plus tight to 3 plus.
He's fully committed in the hopes of gaining time. 2 cars behind, Higgins and Drew have often used night stages as their secret weapon. Their teamwork and years of experience gives them an edge in the darkness. But the advantage seems smaller here this weekend.
Then, left 4 minus, tightens 3 down, hold. Okay. Stall.
The muddy conditions catch them out.
Okay, let's try and go again.
Their rally is done.
Broke the wheel, haven't we?
Back with Oliver. He's now the race leader. But because he is first on the road, he has no idea that David is off.
Tightens over crest. And 6 left minus half long tightens, take 4 plus over crest, tightens to 3 plus.
He completes the day and returns the car to service in one piece.
Very rough on the stage, David retired on. Big ruts. So he must have hit a big rock or cut or whatever because it's very bad. We will just have to try to be careful through it, but of course we have to push to catch David, but now David, I think he hit something and ripped the wheel off. Unfortunately, it was sad because I wanted the proper fight.
Both teams faced with adversity at their final events.
The VWs are just really, really strong from green to the top of the track. You get Tanner on that pole position with a really good, strong car like that, and that's tough to overcome.
I tried to give Tanner a bit of a hard time into turn 1, and I think it hurt my race a little bit. I didn't want to be so aggressive to get a penalty, and we're still P2 in the points overall, but hard to beat Tanner.
The champ retires from his.
Everything was going brilliant, Johnny's in a really good rhythm, but started the stage in a really long straight and just went for the brakes hard. And as I was going down the gears, we just locked the wheel and unfortunately stalled the engine. So when you stall the engine on these cars, you lose the steering, and it just caught the front wheel, which then obviously broke the bottom arm and the steering rod. So one of those things. But get it fixed, bit of polish on it, and go and do some skids tomorrow, hopefully.
And you made it to the 90, right?
Yeah.
That's why I went off in that same stage, maybe a mile further than you did.
Did you?
With Neil Wilson in 1984.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
On part 2 of this season finale, the team goes all in to end this historic season on a high.